Okay, so we didn't go to war with Korea over the weekend, and I think everybody knew that he was assigned to China sanction things. So the market took that opportunity to spasm higher. Hi, is Bob from Trade Genius. 14th of August, and this should not surprise you. This is what I was talking about last week. They're going to start left, right, left, right, left, right. This market, they're going to throw everybody into a tizzy. So you're going to think that the world's going to end and they're just going to launch like they did today. And then once you get comfortable, they're just going to elevator it down again. And probably overnight when you can do nothing about it. They're going to get your anxiety level up so much, it's just going to freak you out. And when you have these big ranges like this is not bullish, okay? This is very, very bearish. And it's because big money has to create liquidity to be able to move their positions, okay? If they can't do it if it's grinding up, 5 points a day, that's not how it works. They have to get people caught offside so that as they're buying the cover, they're selling to them. Okay, so when you're closing off a short position that you're wrong on and you're freaked out and you don't want to stay in it, they're selling to you. So just bear that in mind. And so I'm gonna blast through these charts here today because it was really interesting. It was interesting for me too. So it was kind of a flattish to good day for me because I'm short small cap, and that obviously blew up, but I was short other things that worked really well. So, and I think small caps are going to join to the downside. Apple now has a shoulder, head, shoulder. Now we have to see it come down. And all I did today was I just put two Stoke levels up here, a fast and a slow, and I like to see that how they start lining up with each other. Kind of gives me a good visual. And I want to see the slow Stoke, which is the lighter one, fail. The fast one fail, while the longer one's under 60, and that gives me a sense that we should fail this move. If not, if they both move up, then Apple's going to go to new highs. And I think you're going to find all the top 5 or 6. I did this by market cap. You're going to find them all kind of the same way today. But interesting, Google, look at this, starting to roll over on the Stoke, just coming up on the VWAP. Google's in trouble, so it's not getting a lift. And I think their business model is not going to sustain the valuations they're given. I'm not saying it's not bad business, just that not worth what it's saying here. Microsoft had a nice pop today, but also towards the end you got a curl over too a little bit. But this pushed up over 60, and so you got to respect that for Microsoft. Facebook's just hovering on that that VWAP. Again, I put Facebook and Google in the same kind of camp. Amazon, this is a whole reason why the market really lifted today. Apple and Amazon, they just jammed this thing, in consumers. So don't be surprised. You're going to see a lot of this. But Amazon's going to roll back over. They have two markets, right? They're the world's biggest flea market, and the consumer is retrenching massively. And they have a cloud business that not only has Microsoft and Google attacking it, but now you're starting to see this blockchain technology starting to show its true colors. And basically what you have, instead of centralized cloud, you're getting decentralized cloud with the blockchain. Okay, it has nothing to do with Bitcoin coins and any of that stuff. It's really the underneath technology. Pretty incredible. So people aren't going to necessarily need Amazon to run everything for them anymore. For that matter, Google, and for that matter, Microsoft. And Ethereum could be the cloud killer. So just watch that. Now it's not going to happen tomorrow, but it's going to start chipping away at their business, and also it's going to chip away at the margins. So, and that's all Amazon has. Other than that, they're a retailer. Think about it. They're a retailer with this kind of PE ratio or price to sales ratio. You're insane to own Amazon. Insane. SPY came right up to the VWAP here, and we'll see if it gets legs on it or not. Nvidia, this was just a short squeeze extraordinaire. Netflix, another one, dead business model. Okay, Disney just put a stake right through its heart, and you know, people, when they're calculating their out years revenue and earnings projection for Netflix, they had Disney's revenue in there. Okay, that leaves in 2 years. Totally screwed up their models. So I expect a long goodbye for Netflix. Tesla, I don't even know what to say. The Qs pushed right back up to the fib line here, and again, they're just a representation of the, you know, the top 10 market cap companies, you know, in the world. So they're just a reflection of that. But still, today, I look at it today as simply a short covering. Although it came back into the new rectangle, so you got to respect that. So now for the NQ, it has to fall back below 58.45, or they could take a run to the top. So you got to respect the move today. We'll see if we get follow through on it tomorrow or Wednesday. Gold held up really well today, considering all the battering they try to do with it. If this turns up and this stays up above the red line, that means the move is more embedded, and we could be trending. IWM, this is what I have puts on IWM for the end of August. So I have 2 weeks for it to get to 135. That's just to get to my strike, and so we'll just have to play it by ear. I did a trade against it with being short volatility, and short Nasdaq, and so obviously the short vol just overwhelmed everything because I had 20 contracts on it, so it kind of saved me. The move was far more than I thought it was going to be for a Monday, both ways, both on the vol side and on the small cap side. But now it's pushed up to overbought, and we'll just see if it holds or not. And I still have sold call spread on it right now. I'll look at it again tomorrow. Okay, financials are under the VWAP, and like I said, I'm not too excited about banking. We had FAZ, we got stopped out of it. It's just it's going to be hard to trade these triples, and that's why I like to buy the puts and go out farther. But I did FAZ this time because I had a lot of puts on already, and a lot of people that don't trade options, and so I went the FAZ route, but didn't last. But I expect this move to fail. I don't know where the banks are going to get their earnings from or their revenue from. Everything is stacking up against them. XLE, okay, so I'm pretty confident I'm going to make money on this trade now. It's I didn't check the end of the day here. I'll peek afterwards, but I bought the 64s for 80 cents. On Friday, I was down to just being 100 off, and I think oil's in big trouble. So if I have to, I'll roll this a week, but I may just take my money and run if I make a little bit of a profit on it. It looks awful. This is embedded down. This is failing again, and oil's rolling over hard. So if you know, on the converse, drip will be a good trade for you. Buy it on dips. Okay, I'm just gonna flip through. This looks like just consolidation. This is the technology ETF. Here's Twitter. You know, what can I say? Dead money. Okay, same with GG. It looks like just consolidation for right now. Here's the Amazon. Looks just like Amazon, doesn't it? Consolidation. Consolidating gold. Okay. Doing precious metals, I sold some more 1850 puts on it, and I sold a 1950 put for Friday a week, and so I have 20 short puts on it at 1850. I have 10 sold calls at 1950 out to the 25th, and then 5,000 shares. And so that's kind of where I'm at. If I look like I'm not going to get filled on those, then I'll look at some other things to buy. But if not, then I'll be happy to take on more shares of Wheaton, and then sell in the money calls against it to monetize the transaction. Okay, I think I'm allowed to talk about Mosaic anymore. GDX probably going to come down to the VWAP there. Looks like just consolidation. Just keep an eye on it. Although I did buy dust puts today because I think we're gonna, and that's for 2 weeks out. And I bought them almost in the money, so I'm looking for a quick move on gold this week. I mean on miners this week, my direction, and then I'll hop off that train. Silver looks good. So I talked about this on Twitter. I said it looks like it's setting up nicely. It just gaps up so fast, and I need to like chase it because it doesn't really move that much, two or three points. But and it's, you know, it's a lot of money for people to take a position in it. But it was interesting to me. I was thinking about buying some SRS puts, but it's just been flying back and forth. It just tells me that people are the bond market is, yields are coming down because that's the only thing really supporting real estate right now. We got CCJ. Doesn't look that great. We got GDXJ, again consolidating. Doesn't look that great, does it? This is sand for frackers. This is one I may take a position in once it both resets. Looks like it's going to come back down, maybe even test down at that 310 area first. Biotech looks like it's ready to roll over again. We'll see. I like these flat days like this. They probably pop it up to here, and then it would probably be a good place to short it. So there's Nugget sitting on the VWAP. VXX got absolutely obliterated today. Here's FAS curling underneath the VWAP. If you have puts, I'd still hold them. UVXY, I definitely closed this out too fast. I had the 37s, 20 contracts. I closed it when it was at 34 and a little change, and it, look at that, it's down to 31.24. I could have probably picked up another $4 grand, but you know, I didn't want to be too greedy because I didn't know if it was going to reverse on me because all the news coming out. But I think this move's done already, so I think they've squeezed that lemon. Now we gotta let it reset again. And just to let everybody know, when this thing popped up like this, okay, on the 10th, and then if you look on a 2 hour, which I usually watch it on, see it popped up on again, that's why I took a position in UVXY, and then on Friday I doubled my position and I took off my sold puts, and so if I was wrong, I'm wrong, but this is 90% of the time this is a money move right here, and that was incredible. I was personally expecting Monday to be a little weaker, and then have Tuesday have it get crunched, but I didn't want to wait because this is why. So I'm pretty happy about the move. But now it's over. Now we gotta let it reset again. I was gonna say you can make your whole week just trading UVX. You can make your whole month in one trade once it gets overbought like that. I just hope we start getting into this higher volatility again, so we have more trades like this instead of these just grind days. Waiting on AG for rebuy. XIV is the inverse. Look at that. It went from like 72 to 85 in one day, and it could roll over again pretty hard again, so I wouldn't keep it overnight. Dollar flattish. Okay, UCO, I have these puts too. I'll roll them to next week if I have to, but oil does not look good. We had great sell signals on the oil futures markets today. TNA, DBA coming back up. I hope it's not just a kiss the gap here, but they pushed down wheat and corn and soybeans, but I think corn and wheat came back to positives on the day. Here's the RX. I don't know why there's a reflation trade. I see deflation everywhere. Okay, here's UNG. I don't know if it's going to push up or if it's just going to grind up and roll back down again. So I definitely missed this move here, and I'm not going to chase it here, so I'm just going to watch it. Not in that. Like I said, we got stopped out of that today pretty much at the open. Oil does not look good at all. Here's dust. We bought it at 27.20, I think, when we bought the puts. And I'm not worried about it. We've seen this so many times. When it goes, it'll drop $2 in an instant. SEO, TWM, not quite ready to buy that yet. Try to sell it, the yen down, which is amazing because the yen reported a 4% move in their GDP. He thought the yen should be skying today. JJG fighting its way back, and like I said, I'm just holding this one. You know, there's a good chance we're going to get a fall, early frost in the Corn Belt. That should change some hearts and minds. Euro doesn't look so good. And let's see if there's anything else I want to show you guys here. Copper doesn't look so hot. Coffee's not quite ready yet. And then here's corn. I'm going to buy some corn futures, I think, tomorrow. So, but anyway, I'll catch you guys later. It's Bob from Trade Genius, and we'll circle back and talk more tomorrow. Bye-bye.